and that is, do you need help? I'm just going to leave that right there. Do you need help? Or another question I have for you is, if you receive help, can you receive it? If someone offers you help, can you receive it? Apologize, I'm outside, so you hear all the noises, but the breeze is just beautiful, and I wanted to be out here as we consider help. I think sometimes our society, our culture teaches us that if we can't do something on our own, if we can't do it by ourselves, if we can't do it with the resources right around us, then we're not being successful. We're not being independent. We're not being all these many things that our culture and society teaches us that we need to be. And so I've been thinking about that, having a couple vulnerable moments myself this week, and just being able to say, hey, here's what's going on. And a friend saying, well, have you tried this? And my willingness to accept that and to try it. And it's like within an hour, a weight was lifted off of me, or I felt completely better. And as we've had a lot of people around us that have been sick, some COVID situations and that kind of thing, and I've found myself saying, hey, what do you need? Do you need anything? I'm here to help. I've asked that question, how easy is it for us to receive help? And if you need help, is it easy for us to admit that we need it? I think that the Bible talks a lot about help. And I think we need to stop and consider what help means in the Bible. I mean, if we take a look back at Genesis 2, God saw that Adam needed a helper. So from the very beginning of the Bible, God is providing helpers for us in our lives. And then we look in Deuteronomy and Exodus as well, but it talks about if you see a donkey laying on the side of the road that's been injured, even if it belongs to your enemy, stop, help the donkey get back on its feet. We are to help. So then God has provided us helpers. We are to help. In Joshua, right after God's helper has died, and now he's calling Joshua into play, he says, I'm going to give the Israelites this promised land. They're going to get there, and Joshua, I need you to help. You are going to help lead them. So we see that God's calling us again to help one another and help bring us to God's promises. And then in Psalms, I mean, you can just think of all the different Psalms that are testimonies of how God has helped. I cried out to God and God helped me. I cried out, I screamed out for help. Throughout the Old Testament, we hear cries for help, and that God is there and God listens and God answers. We've used during this pandemic in our times together for over a year now, we've used the verse from Psalm 46 many times. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. So I'm reminded about all these images of help and helper and being helpful and how we can help one another, to think about myself. Do I cry out for help when I need it? Last night, I found myself doing that, having that moment of crying out for help because of being surrounded by people who are hurting, by people who are sick, knowing about more people that have COVID, and just feeling with a flood of emotions. And I cried out, God, help. We can't do this on our own anymore. We need you. God, intervene. God, be. So I wonder, how easy is it for us to call out for help, to ask for help, to admit that we need help, and then to receive that help? That's something for us to think about. And it's something for us to be reminded that God is there to hear our cries for help, and that we are here for one another to help. We just need to reach out and say, I need you. So, do you need help? That's our question for you today to think about as we look into this weekend. If you are joining us online, we invite you to come over to our prayer line and join us for a time of prayer. We are going to be offering prayers for one another. We're going to be offering our cries to God for help together. And we want you to join us with that. So if you're not able to join us on our prayer line, then please certainly text PRAY to the number you see on your screen, 910-892-2711, so that we can be in prayer for you, that we can call out to God together on your behalf. Also, we have some exciting things coming up in worship this week, so we hope that you'll make plans to join us on Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. We have some exciting times. We are going to be celebrating the baptism of baby Raiden Corral. The Corral family has been a part of our church for about 2 years now. And so we are excited to celebrate with them the birth of Raiden, and then this baptism, this recognizing that God is already at work in this young child's life. So we hope that you'll make plans to be with us Sunday morning at 10:30 a.m. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you on the prayer line.